Welcome back to NBA Cinema, guys. So, look, we got to talk about this comment that's going viral from KD, and I want to know you guys' opinion on the comment because I have my thoughts, which I'm going to share later. But first, we're going to get into what Jeff Teague had to say when he was talking about the GOAT debate between Michael Jordan and LeBron James. And these comments are a month apart, and people calling Teague out on it. Now, he said that Michael Jordan's the GOAT, and then a month later, he goes on and say LeBron is the GOAT, and it shows you kind of how wishy-washy some of this stuff is. And I know basketball players used to talk about sports media and some of the people covering the game, how they never played at the level they played at, and how some of their takes don't make sense. So we got to point this out. Let's get into it, guys.
LeBron or Michael Jordan?
LeBron. Who you say? Who you say?
Who you say?
I gotta go Jordan.
Who you say?
I'm going Mike.
Why you say Mike?
Just cause how much he dominated his era, and then he made the game where we wanted to be. Like everybody wanted to be like Mike. I ain't never really heard nobody say they want to be like LeBron.
You saying LeBron is better than Michael Jordan?
I just think LeBron the greatest. He did everything.
I think you delusional. There's too much delusion. Yo, we can't have top tier people being delusional.
Nah,
We
for
already
real.
got everybody delusional out here. You're adding to the schizophrenia. You got this shit fucked up.
Now, I wanted to show that leading into this KD video. I wanted to show what Teague has said because we know a lot's been said about Kobe, and it looked like MJ may be the next person that they might start talking down on. And this all seems strategic, to lift a specific player up. And the reason I wanted to show that is because on LeBron's platform, he had KD talking about some things. And KD brought this up, volunteered this on his own, it appeared. But LeBron kind of chuckled when he said it. Let's get right into it, guys.
You guys, you drove me every day. Go and watch your games, watch your box scores. I'm like, all right, if he on that level, why can't I try to be at that same level too? So that drive, but then you look at guys who didn't necessarily pan out, and you know their situation, and you want to avoid that too. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, all of that stuff plays a factor, but it's not just one or two or three things that make you a good basketball player. Things you have to do to be a great basketball player. It's so much you got to retain and understand in order for you to get the full potential out of yourself. You know what I'm saying? And the research is a big part, in my opinion, of becoming a great basketball player. Who you listening to talk the game. What you watching, how you watching it, how you watching film. You know what I'm saying? Are you researching old players and see what they did to understand the foundation they laid down for you?
Are you being real with yourself?
Are you being real with yourself when you watch film? Are you holding yourself accountable after games? Right after the game, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of stuff you got to ask yourself. You got to recommit to this game. Just like you sign a new contract, every time you get better as a player, I truly feel that you got to recommit and sign that contract with yourself every so often. Like, all right, yeah, I'm 10, 12 years in, I got 4 MVPs and 4 championships. Like, but do I still want to do this shit? You know what I'm saying?
You know how hard it is.
Some people say, I want to go play baseball.
Right?
Yeah. And then I want to come back. Or some people say, I'm going to go 22 straight. And you know what I'm saying? So it's a contract I feel like you got to have with yourself, too, in order for you to be a, great ball player.
No
or
question.
to have a long career. That's the goal, to be in the league for 20 years. I tell you, that's the goal. However you want to get there, but you got to recommit to yourself before you commit to anything else.
Hey, yo, they wilding on the show, man, and we got to get right into this. Now, listen. Michael Jordan, that was an ode to his father when he passed away. That was his favorite sport. I know a lot of black men in the South, particularly in North Carolina, where I'm from. They listen to the baseball games on the radio still. Some of them, that's a certain age, they'll go sit in their car and listen to the game on the radio, because that's how it used to be. Only way they could get it, and they just love the sport of baseball. And so Jordan did it as an ode to his father. Now, KD trying to make it look like the NBA game of basketball, it mentally breaks you. And, I went to Golden State, but, it broke Jordan down to a place where he had to quit for a while. Mind you, Jordan was coming off a three-peat. You know what I'm saying? Went and did that, just how he was grieving with his father and everything. KD trying to make his move sound not so weak and praising LeBron for the longevity of playing 22 years. Jordan left, came back, and did another three-peat. Don't leave that part out, KD. And I know you praised Michael Jordan before, but this is weak to say this. On LeBron's platform, LeBron up there, he, ha, 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 ha. It's all funny. It's all fun and games. But y'all trying to paint a narrative, trying to make your era look so tough that y'all playing all these years. Let me tell you this. If it weren't for Jordan, them flu games, them guys putting their bodies through it in their prime, they getting 12, 13 years out of it, most of them. But Jordan taking the game to heights that had never been seen, you guys would not have benefited nothing like y'all have in y'all career. It wouldn't be no need for no LeBron James coming into the league or to look for the next thing if Jordan hadn't set that precedent and you were coming right off, the heels of Michael Jordan basically retiring from the Wizards. But Wizards might obviously want him like that, but the Bulls might. You only came a few years after that. They won their last championship in 98. You came in 03. And so the disrespect, the subtle disrespect too, not overt. People going to say, man, this is a reach and all. No, they know exactly what they're doing. They're not idiots, and they know people's going to take this and say, oh, you hear what he said? Some people want to go play basketball. LeBron over there chuckling, like Dave Chappelle was telling a story or something like that. It's very intentional. It's very intentional and very calculated to make it, to kind of diminish what was done by Mike, the mental fortitude that he had, right? Let's take some of that chink off his armor and paint it as if he just couldn't handle it and had to step away, opposed to, him doing that for himself and his father at the time. KD is real funny because you don't even have a real championship yet. If you want to be honest, you don't have a title. You got them 2 Golden State rings, but they don't weigh like Giannis's ring, like Jokic's ring. You know what I'm saying? Or Shea's ring. You don't got that kind of ring in your arsenal. So, hey man, these dudes they a trip though. They a trip. And LeBron, I thought when you brought this podcast to the forefront, I thought it was going to be about teaching more people about the game. But it seems like to me, this podcast has been nothing but narrative shaping, making your era look super strong, making your series against Dallas not seem as bad as it was, making your highs the highest highs of anybody that's ever played. Now KD is coming on here, making it like, the mental fortitude piece of them being around so many years is better than Michael Jordan. So in reality, we are mentally tougher than Jordan because he had to run away for a while. He couldn't play the game. Man, that's weak. I don't care what nobody say. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.